UTC Provost Dr. Jerold Hale is retiring.
And we interviewed the upcoming SGA president.
I'm Peyton Gortney.
And I'm Kaylin McCaslin. Your news starts now. The recognition of Turning Point as a student organization became a major milestone that caused controversy for our campus this year.
I got to talk to the incoming SGA president about that and more. Here's my interview with Zach Lewis. The election results are in for next year's Student Government Association, and Zach Lewis has emerged the victor in the president's race. He joins us now here on Mocs News to answer some questions about SGA. So Zach, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing good myself. Okay, well, first question, I gotta know, what was your reaction when you won the race?
Great question. To be honest with you, I was really excited. I'm excited for the opportunity that we're going to have to serve the campus, but also it was an unopposed race, and so that was it was sort of fun, sort of like knowing, but also it didn't really hit till the results were announced, though. You never know, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. So now that you are elected, what's your first order of business?
So we've looked at a lot of things. We're running a platform called the Achieve Coalition. We're aiming to achieve the goals of the students that they might have for us. A lot of times people might ask, what is SGA? What do we do? Like, what do you all do on campus for us as students? And oftentimes we have events, but they're not often promoted to everybody, or maybe not everybody might see what's going on, whether it's not really marketed to students in certain ways and things like that. We're not super visible in some ways, and I think that's something we'd really like to do. Something else that we've sort of been running our campaign on is sort of, and we've got a lot of comments about this, extending our dining hours. A lot of times Crossroads closes at 7 p.m. on weekends, and that's kind of early for a college student, especially if you're a freshman and you don't have a car. You can't go anywhere else to get food rather than campus, rather than you get it delivered to your dorm. But on campus, dining options on the weekend, that's a little early, and as well on the weekdays it closes at 9 p.m. So maybe looking at extending dining hours.
Okay. So have you been talking with like any previous SGA leaders, and like if you have, like, have they helped you in any way?
Yeah, for sure. So our current president, Bita Bhagavath, she's done a great and outstanding job this year as leading the Student Government Association and the student body. And so me and her have been in close contact ever since the results have been out. We've been tag teaming the meetings that she typically attends, and I've been joining her, sort of starting that transition, but also her unrivaled leadership that she showed this year through the ups and downs that SGA has had. It's been really great to watch her lead and learn from her.
All right. So how do you navigate your organization now that Turning Point's on campus?
Yeah, so Turning Point USA is an organization that came onto our campus back in the fall. We had some situations that happened along with their oncoming to campus, but to be honest with you, I think it's great that they're here. A lot of times students are not able to voice their opinions at certain universities or voice their political ideals, and I think it's very important that they get to do that here at UTC, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. I think everybody is entitled to having free speech and a place to assemble on campus, and that's what we provided with them.
So why do you think it's vital for freshmen and transfer students to really get involved in campus life? And do you ever think it's too late to ever get involved?
I don't think it's ever too late to get involved. I think you can get involved if you're a senior. Maybe you've never been involved in any student organization on campus, but when you're a senior, it's your last year, you sort of want to get into the groove of some things, you can do that. All of our student organizations, we have 150 plus different student organizations on campus, and they'll all be welcoming you with open arms, no matter what grade level you might be in. But for freshmen and transfer students to get involved, it is very vitally important, simply just because maybe you're coming from somewhere, maybe where you don't know anybody when you're coming to Chattanooga, or if you're transferring from a university from a different state or things like that, you may not know anybody here, and it's really important to get involved. That way you can create your community and create your circle that you have.
Okay, and then for my last question here, how did you decide that like this is what you wanted to do? Like, how did you come to the point of I want to really get involved with SGA?
Yeah, so when I came to UTC my freshman year, I was the only person from my high school to even come here. And I sort of had to start a whole new life, essentially, a whole new social group. And it was difficult at the start, but I got involved in Freshman Senate, which is sort of the sister organization of SGA, but for freshmen. And so I got involved with that. I was fortunate enough to be elected Freshman Senate president last year, and so that was really It was really a great experience and opportunity to learn from other SGA leaders. I got to sort of watch them and see how they did their thing and learn from them, the most important thing. And like Jordan Fall, he was the president before Bita was, and so he did a great job at leading the organization as well. Got to watch him and his leadership flourish, and his team, they did a great job. Their teamwork was great, and then this year has been great as well. serving as parliamentarian. I applied for that position last summer, was appointed by the president in July, and started serving that role, working with new student organizations as well as senators when it comes to absence appeals and things like that. I really wanted to give back to the campus just with those two experiences alone, freshman senate president and parliamentarian this year. It gave a great experience to me and a great amount of courage, I would say, for myself, but also I can give that to other people as well to allow them to have courage, allow them to have resilience when it comes to challenges. And so I really want to give that to the students. I want to allow them to voice their opinions to us, let us achieve their goals, what they might have.
All right, well, that all sounds awesome. Thanks, Zach, for joining us. Look for continuing coverage of the SGA here at UTC and all the news that matters most about UTC. Dr. Jerold Hale has made his decision to retire from his role at UTC as Provost, Senior Vice Chancellor. For academic affairs, his final day is set for June 30th. Chancellor Lori Bruce issued a statement saying, quote, "Since joining UTC in 2019, Provost Hale has provided exceptional leadership and steadfast dedication to our academic mission. His tenure has been marked by integrity and a deep commitment to student success and faculty excellence. On a personal level, I'm especially grateful for his counsel and support during my first year as Chancellor."
Mocs Market returned to our campus this week. We talked to a student vendor who is helping students make memories in the form of personalized scrapbooks.
So you are seeing Encouraging Prints. Encouraging Prints is basically a stationery brand that walks alongside with you throughout the stage of life, whether that be going back to school, picking up new classes, moving away from home, whatever that looks like, we walk alongside you throughout that process. It goes into this book, so it comes with the journal, you get affirmation cards, stickers, pens, and bookmarks. So this bundle is $35, and I have a hardback bound book for $45. Same thing included. So far it just started, but I'm hoping that it'll go great.
The weather has been wonderful.
Will it stay that way? Here's Dean with more.
This year's severe weather season continues to be extremely active. The Deep South and the Plains are looking at another round of brutal storms this weekend, with Tennessee getting the outer bands of the system. Luckily, again, we'll dodge the worst of it, except for some heavy rains and strong winds. Later this week, as the system moves east, Tennessee is looking at potentially being the bullseye. We're looking at a storm stretch from Tuesday through Saturday. While the forecast is a bit hazy right now, we may see some severe conditions. On to the weekly forecast. Saturday is going to be cool and rainy, with that cold front that's driving this weekend storm moving through. We're looking at temperatures between 72 and 61. Sunday will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 78 and 58. Monday is going to be our last day with sun with temperatures between 78 and 59. Tuesday is going to be when that second storm system reaches Tennessee. We're looking at thunderstorms with temperatures between 74 and 59. Wednesday and Thursday will be rainy with temperatures between 76 and 63 and 73 and 61 respectively. Friday we'll see a major cool down as that driving cold front is expected to move through the southeast. We're looking at more rain and temperatures between 64 and 52. That's all the weather talk I got for y'all today and this year. It's been an honor to be here, and while I won't be back next year, you can find me at DK Montero WX on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all other platforms. Stay safe, stay dry, and have a good summer.
An exchange of gunfire at a food court inside a Louisiana mall on Thursday killed one person and wounded 5 others. It sent workers and shoppers scrambling for safety. Authorities described the shooting inside the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge as a confrontation between 2 groups of people and not a random attack. 5 people are in custody, and there was no ongoing threat to the public. Police did not immediately say what set off the shooting at the mall in the Louisiana capital.
Also in Louisiana, a father fatally shot 8 children, including 7 of his own, during an early morning attack on his family Sunday. 2 women were also shot and critically injured. That includes the gunman's wife, who is the mother of 7 of the children. Officials said the children ranged in age from 3 to 11 years old. The gunman has been identified as 31-year-old Shamar Elkins. He died after a police pursuit that ended with officers firing on him. The attack was the deadliest mass shooting in the U.S. in more than 2 years.
Did the Sandy Mocs pull off a repeat?
Dominic Butler has that and more in sports.
The UTC beach volleyball team continued its dominant season by sweeping the OVC end-of-season awards and all-conference honors. Chattanooga had all 10 starters earn all-conference distinction for the 2nd straight year, the only program in league history to do so. McKenna Faycheck was named the OVC Player of the Year, while Faycheck and Maddie Lessick earned Pair of the Year honors. The Mocs opened the OVC tournament with a 3-1 win over Morehead State, advancing behind key wins across multiple courts. Chattanooga moves forward in the tournament as they continue their postseason run and momentum stays on their side. The NFL Draft opened with a major storyline as the Las Vegas Raiders selected Fernando Mendoza first overall. Mendoza went from an overlooked 2-star recruit to Heisman Trophy winner and national champion at Indiana. For the Tennessee Titans, the first round started with a surprising move at 4th overall, taking Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate. Late in the first round, the Titans traded back into the draft and added edge rusher Keldrick Folk with the 31st pick. After another disappointing season, Tennessee used day one to begin addressing key roster holes, with the rest of the draft continuing through Saturday. Nashville SC is continuing a strong run after advancing to the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinals with a 1-0 win over Club America. Hani Mukhtar scored the winner as Nashville made history by defeating the 7-time regional champions in Mexico City. The club carried that momentum back into MLS play with a 2-0 win over Atlanta United behind a solid team performance. Goalkeeper Brian Schwick helped lead the defense with another clean sheet as Nashville continues a strong start to the season. Next up, Nashville faces Tigres in the Champions Cup semifinals, with the first leg set for April 28 in Nashville.
If you've missed rooting around in a cereal box for a toy, you're in luck. Kellogg said Thursday it's including toys with some of its breakfast cereals for the first time in more than a decade. Starting on Sunday, special edition boxes of Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Corn Pops will have plastic toys shaped like characters from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. The movie is scheduled to hit the theaters this June.
That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep up with us on our Instagram page.
We're also on Facebook
and YouTube.
Have
Have a good weekend. Yay!